to I Thought You Might Like. Yes, I'm wearing the summer shirt. This is Sinclair's this. Oh well, and I have chocolate chips. Hot take. Maybe not that hot because like all my friends do this too, but chocolate in the freezer, like the best. It's the best. That's what's nice and cold on my face. Anyways, you need a break. This is your excuse to have a snack or chocolate. I love chocolate. Yes, or dark chocolate Ghirardelli chip things, probably meant for baking. But I don't bake, I just eat them. Anyway, today. Today, I have a lot of stuff. What should I talk about today? Today, speaking of little fun things to enjoy, today I thought y'all might like a TV show that actually my friend Joy, shout out to Joy, actually recommended to me, and it's called Glow Up. So, quick overview of Glow Up. Glow Up is a British reality TV show that follows 12 makeup artists, which I didn't realize the acronym for that is MUAs, but it's makeup artist. Follows 12 MUAs over the course of maybe a month or so to then find like the one who wins. The MUA who wins, I think it's like a contract and a contract to work like as like a professional makeup artist. If I'm not mistaken, please anyone in the comments tell me if I'm incorrect, but I don't think they win like a cash prize so much as like a deal to be able to do this as a profession. So anyways, my friend Joy turned me on to this show, and I had heard of it like a while ago. Well, I was like, makeup. No, I have mixed feelings about makeup. I don't wear a lot of makeup. This is just my face. Sunscreen. If anyone knows me out there, I wear a lot of sunscreen all the time. Reapply. I mean, I don't really go out in the sun that much. I love poncho every day, and then but sunscreen, it's important. So I wear sunscreen, and I have mixed feelings about makeup because, well, I think it can be a form of self-expression, just like I think fashion can be a form of self-expression. I think it's wrought with all these societal constructs of beauty and what it means to be beautiful. And I think that the makeup and the fashion I know about is often pigeonholed into like, you don't like how your face looks? Do this. You don't like how your body has an apple shape or you're shaped like a pear, wherever the fruit you are? Wear this or whatever. And well, I think that there's some aspects of that in both. That's a very narrow view of, I think, what makeup and fashion can be. For example, Next in Fashion, which I'll probably talk about later, I really like that show. I love Tan France, and I think that fashion can be an extension of the self. I think that it can be art, and I think makeup is no different. I really think it can be like really beautiful, and I just don't think that I ever thought about it like that before. And I think that watching that the Glow Up um kind of showed me that you can have beauty makeup and it's super cool to kind of learn how to do a better like cat eye eyeliner or a reverse cat eye. Didn't know that existed. Or this other one which I found fascinating, which was like a floating pearl liner where you literally like put little like pearls underneath the eyelid. Like, wow, that's super cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know about like how to match colored skin tone stuff. I think all that's really interesting, and I think that falls under the category, excuse me, of beauty makeup, which is just one aspect, one small aspect of makeup. And the show, it does a really interesting job of showing different aspects of makeup. So, one week we're doing special effects makeup, which is like wild. Like in the most recent season, because I'm now caught up. I've recently moved. So I watched the shows. I was putting away all my childhood stuff, which I never, all my cringy journals from like when I was in like sixth grade that I probably didn't need to reread. But, moving requires kind of looking through things and purging stuff. And so, anyways, this was a great background show for that. Um, and I added some levity to the stress of moving. So, anyways, I'm now like on. I think there's 4 seasons. So I've watched all the seasons, and the most recent one they went to. I think it was like Doctor Who. They have at 1 week they go and do special effects makeup. So that's anything from like a sci-fi show to like a general hospital adjacent sort of show where it's like, oh, someone came in and they fell on pavement or like through glass, make their face look like that with like a silicone and prosthetics. And I was like, wow, that's really cool and really gross because it looks it looks real. And I thought, wow, that's so interesting. And makeup can actually uh, do that. It's a transformative sort of thing because it's on the face, it's like on the body, and like I think that's really fascinating. So you have 1 week where they do that, you have another week where they do specifically stage makeup, which is a whole other kind of makeup. You have to make it look big, right? Like everything has to be exaggerated so that an audience member way far back can also see. So 1 week they um went to help with makeup on the set of Lion King, like the musical, and have to like recreate. Like they're like, here's what the makeup's supposed to look like. Here you go. Now make it in like 30 minutes, however amount of time that they have. So, anyways, I really think that the show is super fascinating. And, I thought that y'all might like it if you're sort of into reality TV shows. I think that for me, I've watched other reality shows, well, kind of. I've watched like Great British Baking Show. I love Great British Baking Show. And one of the reasons why I like it is because it seems more not as cutthroat as some American reality TV shows can be, which I feel like American reality TV, because it's very hard to be in America as I don't know. I think a lot of reality shows are like, for example, I'm thinking like chef shows. It's hard to be a chef. That's sort of like a creative art form and it's a creative field. So they're like, well, see this industry you got in that's really expensive and really hard to do. Here's your chance of winning like $250,000, which can literally change your life. Now compete against all these other people, and I don't always like that in competition shows because in the back of my head, I'm like, however much this network is making could probably pay for all these people to like not suffer and be able to do what they want to do, but alas. So I'm not always a huge fan of that type of reality show, though I, of course, understand the appeal of watching people go through all these challenges and like succeed. And so I like Great British Baking Show because it's a lot more chill. But I will say that, sorry, I gotta plug in my oh, that's I got to plug in my computer because it'll die on me. You're getting to see unfiltered. I'm unfiltered. Anyways, there we go. It's not gonna die now. So, anyways, I think that some people might not enjoy Great British Baking Show as much because it's you want that element of competition, sitting on the edge of your seat, wondering what's gonna happen next. And I think that for all you listening out there, if you're wanting something that's a little bit more than a Great British Baking Show, but maybe not as much as like Survivor, which to be fair, I've never watched Survivor. I've only watched Dropout's version of Survivor, which I'm gonna say is better. Um, but if you're looking for that sweet middle ground and you're into artistry and maybe you don't know a lot about makeup, and you're like, that'd be kind of something cool. I think y'all would really like this show. The artists are really awesome. I now follow like 20 different makeup artists because their stuff's really cool looking. The show is also very queer. I'm bi, and I love getting to watch sort of LGBTQIA adjacent content. I mean, I love Queer Eye as well, and it's almost like moving. A lot of people cry during the show because it's art, right? And art can move people, and I never thought of makeup being able to do that. I also say that I love Val and Dawn, and Joy told me that I would, and she was right. I mean, she's like one of my best friends, so of course she was right that I would like them. But they're amazing. They're the two judges, and of course, there's a lot of other interesting guest judges that come on too. But I love their commentary. I think they're not cruel. They're not mean. They're, they can be kind of like playful and have some little biting kind of humor, which is very enjoyable to watch. And I think at the end of the day, they're really rooting for all these MUAs to do their best and learn and grow within the show, because they're all, a lot of them are either self taught or they're young and they're trying to get into this profession, which is a hard profession to get into. And yeah, and so I really love them, and I love watching, like, their outfits are amazing. And Val has this awesome catchphrase, which I think it's just her own, which is ding dong, darling, like you did awesome. And I just love it so much. I found myself wanting to say like ding dong whenever I do something good. It's almost like the equivalent, if anyone's watched Great British Baking Show, of getting like a Paul Hollywood handshake. I feel like it has a very similar energy of like A+, you did awesome. So I love the energy that the show has. It's just a fun watch. Rooting for all the artists and getting to see really fascinating makeup. So thank you to Joy for suggesting this to me. And, I think y'all would really like that. So let me know in the comments below if you have a favorite artist or if there's another reality show that you think I might like. Again, I love getting comments from other people or suggestions from other folks, because that's how I get to find really cool stuff too. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode. And yeah, thanks for tuning in to another I Thought You Might Like.
Ding dong, marvelous. Ding dong, and thank you, thank you, thank you.